How to ignore annoying people. No matter where you go or how old you are, you're going to run into someone who annoys you. If you encounter an annoying stranger, you can ignore them and walk away, but you can't always do that with people you know. You may not be able to walk away from them every time, but you can still keep them from getting under your skin. Method 1. Ignoring strangers in public. Walk away. Anytime you encounter rude or annoying behavior, you have the option of simply walking away from the person. While it's not always possible to get away from someone who's annoying you, it does work in many situations. Go a different route. If you find you often run into the same annoying person in public, try to avoid that person by going a different way. You may also be able to avoid him or her by going through the area slightly earlier or slightly later. Don't respond to annoying behavior. When you can't just walk away, the best thing you can do is stay quiet. Staying quiet does not make you weak and does not make them the winner. Some people are annoying because they're after a reaction. Don't give them that satisfaction. Act like you haven't heard what was said. When a person is speaking, don't give any acknowledgement of having heard him or her. Meaning, don't even incline your head to the person or jump if he or she starts talking more loudly. Avoid giving any kind of response, even nonverbal. Even nonverbal responses such as rolling your eyes or making faces can egg the person on. Try not to say anything to the person, but also try not to engage the person nonverbally too. Any kind of gesture that lets them know they're getting to you will only make things worse. Method 2. Ignoring someone at work or school. Make yourself unavailable. If you work with someone who annoys you, it may be difficult to ignore them, especially if you're on a team together. However, one way you can get out of spending time with the person is to put the blame on the work you need to get done. Report bad behavior. Whether you're being bullied at school or someone at work is affecting your productivity, you can and should speak out. At school, talk to an adult. At work, it's a bit more difficult, but try to address the situation with your boss, focusing on how it is affecting the work environment instead of the person's flaws. Don't walk around alone. If you are at all in fear for your safety, especially if you are being bullied, try to keep a buddy with you. It's much harder for someone to attack or bully you if you're in a group. Be the bigger person. Ignoring someone who annoys you is different from bad-mouthing someone who annoys you. If you want to ignore someone, then follow the maxim, out of sight, out of mind. Don't resort to calling someone names or being rude in return. Method 3. Ignoring family members. Acknowledge that you are annoyed. Sometimes you may not even realize how angry or frustrated you are. You may just find that you're extra stressed. Take a moment to actually notice your annoyance so you can do something about it or at least move on with what you're doing. Stop talking to the person. One of the best ways to ignore someone is to simply not engage. Don't talk to the person or engage in any nonverbal way. You can start out by saying that you won't be talking to him or her, and then commence with not talking to the person. Skip all types of communication. That is, don't answer phone calls or respond to any kind of text-based communications. To truly ignore someone, you must stop all lines of communication. Separate yourself from the person emotionally. If the person is merely bugging you, this step may not be necessary. However, if the person is also criticizing you or getting to you emotionally, you may need to find a way to step back from the person emotionally. In other words, try thinking about placing some kind of mental shield between you and the person. The person may say something negative, but you won't let it reach you. You're not going to take that into yourself. Know that ignoring family members can cause damage. Ignoring someone is basically a form of the silent treatment. When it comes to close relationships, you shouldn't employ this tactic very often. In fact, it can be considered a type of emotional abuse. You are trying to punish the person by not acknowledging him or her instead of trying to work out the issue. Method 4. Finding alternatives. Take a break. Sometimes you just need a moment to collect yourself. That doesn't mean you are ignoring the person. Let the person know that you're going to take a little time to pull yourself together. Stand up for yourself. That is, You don't have to take any kind of annoying behavior if you can't walk away. Politely address it with the person. Let the person know what's going on in your head. If you're feeling annoyed, it's fine to tell the person that. Just remember to keep it about what you're feeling rather than blaming the other person. Take a moment to breathe. When faced with an annoying person, take a minute to calm down. Don't let their annoying behavior get to you. Take a few deep breaths and try to clear your mind. Keep things in perspective. Think about what annoyed you. What was it that irritated you? Will it matter tomorrow? More often than not, the thing that annoyed you was a minor offense. Did someone cut you off in traffic? Try to let it go. Take responsibility for your emotions. It's possible that the person annoying you is not trying to annoy you at all. Before you let yourself get irritated with someone, take a minute to assess your feelings. If you've been feeling stressed out, it's possible that you are extra irritable. Take a moment to consider whether your emotions are actually related to the situation at hand or whether you're really upset about something else.